on that note, we're gonna start up our event here. So this is event number 451. I'm gonna be your moderator. I'm also gonna be your package leader. If
Do you want to host the briefing?
Nope.
Okay.
So for hardware, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you run an instant action. Make sure your controls and track IR are functioning properly. Restart BMS. Any newcomers here who are flying with us for the first time? Let me look at this list. I think everyone's been here before, so I'm not going to share the SOPs. Good stuff. Okay, the IP addresses are posted in the Saturday BMS events channel. If you have any connection issues or if you have a weak connection, make sure you use the alternate IP. Okay, so we're gonna look at the slots. All the flights are filled. I think everyone is here. No, we're missing one person.
I'm coming in.
On the way.
I'm coming in a second. I'm running an instant action.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Mr.
fine.
Arlo is slotted in the RSVP and is not here.
Who is it?
Mr. Allo.
Okay, cool. I don't care if the TARCAP is full, so that's fine.
Yep.
All right, so Mr. ALO is not here. I'm going to take him off the slot list, and that should be good. So, Streak, you're going to have a 3-ship.
Yeah.
All right, carrying on. Going back to my little checklist. Okay, so we're going to hand off control to the package leader, which happens to be me. So I'm putting on my package leader hat now, and I'm going to start sharing the briefing. What screen? This screen. Cool. All right, let me go to the beginning here. Yep. So our mission is we're going to be doing a strike against the Belgrade air defense system. And so far we've attrited some air defense, but we've taken heavy casualties. We have 2 operational Serbian air bases that are within the area and pose a threat to the package, but their squadrons have been heavily attrited. The Serbian Air Force is about to collapse. So although the last 3 or 4 missions have been really tough and insane and lots of bandits flying around, it seems like we were doing poorly, but we actually killed them like a 5-to-1 ratio. So their Air Force is pretty much fucked. And we'll go over that in more depth in a minute, but there shouldn't be that many bandits floating around today. With the exception of Kovan, which is to the east, there aren't many bandits operational in this AOR. There are some Greek air bases to the southeast, but they're also reduced quite heavily. Weather conditions, clear, low chance of clouds. Our mission today is we're going to continue to conduct deed around Bajinjica and Nikola Tesla. We're going to be targeting primarily the high threat SAMs, SA-10s, and SA-17s, with secondary priority being AAA and guns. Yep. So that's our mission. Threats. I don't think there's a chart for this, but you'll see in the briefing that there are dozens of SAM sites. There's well, actually, I guess you guys can see this, right? You can see BMS. So there's SA-3s over here to the southeast, which we ran out of threat steer point lines, so we can't even mark them. There's AAA all over the place, SA-3s, SA-17s. There's 3 battalions of SA-17s. There's an SA-10 battalion. There's SA-6s defended by more AAA. So there's tons of air defenses. We're going to be supported by a Growler flight, just like in the last event, that will be jamming them. But, be on the lookout for SA-15s, which can engage you even if they're jammed. And other SHORADs, which can engage you even if they're jammed, like SA-13, SA-9, manpads, etc. Yeah, so the hard deck for this flight will be 16,000 feet. That seems a bit ridiculous. I'm gonna say the hard deck is 14,000 feet, and I wouldn't recommend going below that unless you're absolutely required. There's a lot of shore odds there. Okay, so here's our game plan. Operation begins at 12:56 local. We're gonna have Prowler 2, single ship Growler, establish at 13:15, and they'll be jamming from then on. So they'll be jamming from 13:15 to 13:55, and they also have harms. So you know, they can take some shots at the harms, but primary thing is going to be just keeping that station time and flying that. We're going to wait outside of the SA-10 ring until the Prowler calls Forte, which is one of our contracts. Meanwhile, the MAKO 3 guys will be blocking aircraft coming out of Sambar, and Mudhead and 4 will be blocking shit coming out of Glacier, which is Coven. Over here. Let me zoom in, actually.
Their
Boom.
target, their patrol points are inside the SA-10 ring, so we'll have to play that one by ear.
So this base here, Glacier. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but Glacier's on the east, on the right side of the screen. That is the main bandit vector. So
You can see the cursor.
Cool. So they'll be coming from the east, and trying to attack my flight. Actually, because my flight will be over there by IP3. So yeah, we'll have Mudhead and 4 supporting. There's also some number of Su-27s. I can't really read on here, but I think it's like 8 or 9 Su-27s coming out of Sambar to the northwest. So we'll probably see 4 or 5 of them in our AOR, and then we'll completely neutralize the squadron out of there. All right, back to the normal level of zoom. Cool. So that's MAKO 3, Mudhead and 4 tasking. Hawkeye 3 tasking is to destroy the SA-10 and SA-17 at Adams and Baker. If we actually look at the plan here, where's Baker? Or there's Baker. Okay, yeah. So in the middle of the urban sprawl here, there's an SA-17, and then northwest of that, there's an SA-10. That's their primary target. The Weasel 7 is not fragged. No, I am fragged. Sorry. The other one's not fragged. Jackal 5. Okay, Weasel 7. My tasking, that's my flight. I'm going to be attacking the SA-17s east of Baker. So there's like 2 battalions on the eastern side I'm going to be attacking, plus potentially the AAA that's there, depending on our weapons. Jackal 5 is not fragged, so they're not going to be up. Well, they'll be up and they'll be flying around. They won't be human controlled. BVR not authorized in 20 nautical of Bullseye. I think, yeah, so that is there because people did fratricide in the last mission, I would assume.
Yeah, there were like 3. So my purpose there is like we lost far more to friendly air over the target last week than we did to enemy air. So I mean I would say that the idea of that is once we're going in to clear the airspace, BVR is okay, but once we're established with fighters over there, like you need to PID the targets because there's going to be friendlies directly over those air bases.
Sure. So I would say for this one, like, let's follow our ROE and actually have capture. Or so I guess like for engagements over Bullseye and 20 nautical around Bullseye, let's have capture or tally. That will be the requirement there. So
my thought there would be like get your eyes out of the cockpit, make sure they're not engaged with friendlies, like make sure it's not a furball that you're firing into.
Correct.
All right, so yeah, so that's that strike air. Yeah, so last note is the strike aircraft are going to be responsible for attacking the scramblers out of the air bases themselves. There's not many up. I think there's like 1 or 2 airframes that they could scramble. If that happens, the seed flights are going to deal with them. Any questions on the game plan before we go into the contracts? Okay. Contracts, Forte, that's going to happen when Prowler 2 begins jamming. What is it? Enters SA-10 range? No. Okay, so it's actually when he starts jamming, he's going to say Forte. And that means that the jamming is... That means that the jamming is started, and that we can trespass the SA-10 Wes. So that's Forte. That's going to be Flop's responsibility is to say that on the strike com. Piano means the EWS. So Prowler 2 is retrograding from the AOR. Okay, so that's like, hey, the jamming is off. You're on your own. You're fucked, sort of thing. So the comm there is Prowler 2, piano, retrograding direction. And the action is flights leave the SAM threat area. So I want to like modify this contract. So let's say we are 2 minutes from turning off our jamming. So otherwise, if there's guys that are deep in there, they're going to die. So let's not do that. So let's say the criteria is Prowler is 2 minutes from retrograding, and the comm is piano, and say 2 minutes on the comm as well. Okay, Castle TARCAP escort is defensive and retrograding from their designated cap area due to bandit factor. So if this happens, that means that the TARCAP's unable to hold their station area. The comm will be castle, and then retrograding with the direction. The response will be other flights, another flight calling playmate. If no one's able to call playmate, which means that they're going to support that engagement, the whole package will retrograde towards home plate. Yeah, and then when you're egressing, just call egressing and then RTB. This criteria, you don't have to be a bingo fuel or no weapons. You just have to be. Okay. Cool. Questions on the contracts?
Yeah. Should I call piano when the package leader calls Miller time?
So your station time is 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So if we call Miller time, then you should definitely start egressing and call piano.
Yeah.
But either you fly your station time and then call piano, or if there's Miller time, you can call piano. Either way is fine.
Okay, so I don't just stay around until I got gas, just 40
So
minutes then.
Yeah, so fly the station time. So if we're there for longer than 40 minutes, then if you can't fly around anymore and you can't keep the station time, just call piano. If if the Miller time is called before then you're gonna call piano. So basically, you should not be there when the flight is RTB. Is my point, because you will be murdered by whatever's there. Yeah. I don't know. By the way, I don't know if you like select a SAM and fire a harm at it. I don't know if that like will fuck up your jamming. I'm not sure, but you can carry harm and aim 120.
Yeah, that's a good That's a really good point. Like, don't change your steer point. Like, I would only launch in maybe has mode or the had if it has it.
I assume it does, right? It's got to.
I mean, it doesn't have a pod, so unless it's part of the airframe.
Otherwise, harm a sensor.
Yeah, so don't ever change your steer point number past what the target steer point is. That the
Oh,
procedure?
we'll sort it out later.
Okay. Any other questions about the game plan or contracts before we go to the SOPs? Cool. Ground ops, fence in on the ground, and normal takeoff marshaling procedure. Just call the tower. Landing, we'll do visual approaches and follow the tower. Air-to-air ROE, commit range is going to be 35 nautical miles. We already went over the BVR stuff, so you need to have capture or tally. So you need to see it on the pod or have tally, plus the mode 4 response if you're engaging shit within 20 nautical of bullseye. For other engagements, you need to have a AWACS declaration or a capture or a tally and a mode 4 response. So you basically need all of these things to be true if you're attacking shit around Belgrade. If you're attacking shit outside of Belgrade, then you need 2 of them to be true. Yeah, we don't need this. Okay. Ground ROE, we went over this. I'm not going to brief this. We can brief this as a flight. Cool. I don't have anything else. Questions from the flight leaders?
Succession of command.
We'll go myself. I'd like you to be second, Boone. Like, I shouldn't even be leading this because I'm going to be in the shit, but I'd like it to be you if possible. And then Streak, and then Abe. Like, me and Abe should not be doing anything. We're going to be super heads down and task saturated.
What?
Fuck. You're banned for saying hua. Cool. So Streak, did you hear that? I want you to be third in command.
It's all right.
What?
It is all right.
All right, cool. Any other questions? Yeah, you meant hua, yeah. Any other questions from flight leads or comments or suggestions? All right. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the IVC checks, but let me stop sharing my screen because we don't need to share this right now.
Ooh, no dark mode.
It's my ears.
Court martial right there.
All right, so we're gonna do IVC checks. So we'll start with Hawkeye 3.
Hawkeye 3-1.
Hawkeye 3-2.
Hawkeye 3-3.
Hawkeye 3-4.
Weasel 7-1.
2.
Weasel 7-3.
Weasel 7-4.
MAKO 3-1.
MAKO 3-2.
Did he not come over?
What? It's your turn.
Oh fuck! I'm not hearing anybody. Let me see if I'm coming over.
Okay.
Mudhead 4, huh?
Keep going for Mudhead and 4-2. Keep going. Okay. Is all Mudhead and fucked?
Mudhen 4-4. Mudhen 4-3.
Okay.
Just missing 1 and 2.
Yeah, so 1 and 2, sort out your comms. Okay.
What? Again? Fuck.
All right. That's why we do this. Cool.
Yeah.
So now let's do the flight briefings. Move to your individual flight channels and
Umbrella
go over the plan.
394.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about you. All right. Yep. Go to your flight channels, please.
Hello, guys. Moody is up.
What was that?
Moody is up. Yeah.
BS.
You are up. BS stands for bullshit, or is that just me thinking that? Okay, cool. Okay, we are MAKO 3. We have TARCAP in the west, as briefed before. We are on Victor 1-8. That means that our air-to-air plan is within the element. So 3-1 is on 1-8 Yankee. Moody, you are on 81 Yankee. And BS, you are on 81 X-ray. Is that clear? Hello, is that clear? Cool. Since we are pretty close to Sarajevo, our cap area is about 60, 70 miles. The bingo is 1-5, Joker 3-0. We have a takeoff time of 1303, so we will be takeoff as the last tree ship in this case. I will cancel number 4 on the ground, BS. Tumfield 3 is our push point to make our TUT at Tumfield 4 of 1313. That is our timing, and we will go for that. Contrails, Angels 3-9, and they also said the base of the clouds are Angels 3-7. I think we will cap around Angels 3-0. We will come to that. My IDM setup is that I will have Hawkeye 3-1 and 3-3 on the right hand side, and also Weasel 7-1 and 7-3 on the right hand side, which is in the game 1-1, 1-3 for Hawkeye, and 2-1, 2-3 for Weasel. You copy that? Okay, cool. So what I want to do is at our tactics is I want to establish 20 miles nautical mile. Hang on, we first have to take off. We do the fence in on the ground, so everything is out, no lights, but we have master arm on, etc., etc. What I want to do is we line up in elements. And number 3, you are just behind us. 1 and 2 will take off together. So it will be a formation takeoff. And I will say something like, Moody, something like a 3, 2, 1, go. And the second go is for AB. First go is for brake, second go is for AB. And we accelerate low level to 500 knots, and then climb up with a 50 to 55 degree angle, and we climb to Angels 2-0, and from then on we will establish a box formation. So I want number 2 on the left or right hand side, and number 3 5 miles behind, and that is our en route formation towards Tumfield 3 and Tumfield 4. Is that understood?
Yep.
Okay, nice. Okay, the cap area, it is just outside the SA-10 ring, and we will do that. The hot leg will be at Angels 3-0, and cold will be at 2-9. In the cap area, I want a counter-rotating cap. So 1 and 2 are on the hot leg. 3, you will be on your own on the cold leg. And I want you to establish a 20 nautical mile trail. So when I'm at Tumfield 5, I will say turning cold. And the speeds will be 0.85 or 0.9. And the Gs will be 2 to 3 Gs.
Mudhen 4-2 IVC check.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, and so those are the cap domestics. Left-hand turns, counter-rotating between 4 and 5. Hot at Angels 3-0, cold at Angels 2-9. We maintain at least 0.85. Maybe we can increase to 0.9, depends on the threat, etc. And our comms will be turning hot, turning cold, and then we should be 20 nautical miles apart. Any questions about the cap domestics?
Nope.
No? Okay. Tactics. I want us to search 1 and 2. We'll search lead wing. The lead is searching from 35,000 till down. And the wing, Moody, you search from servers, whatever you can get. At 40 nautical miles, and we fly in the 80 nautical mile scope. So the cursor will be at 40 nautical miles on the half of the scope of the 80 nautical mile scope. And if you put that cursor or place that cursor there, you should have, number 2, you should have servers till up, and I should have 35,000 and down. Number 3, I want you just to have your search pattern in the middle. Okay? Understood?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that was the search. The radar setup. Probably I will have my radar in TWIS, and if we have a contact, we will call that out on uniform 6. So we have the commit criteria. So once inside 40 nautical miles, 35 nautical miles, we have to commit. That is our commit criteria. And what I wanted to try is that we just say, okay, MAKO 3 committing, bullseye, whatever, and then that's it. So the other flights know that we are committing at least on an enemy. We also will say, we call out the Fox trees. If we engage the target and we shoot the Fox tree, then don't forget to say it on the uniform. And the call is MAKO 3-3, Fox 3, bullseye, whatever, 2 ship, heading west, etc. Okay? That is the comms.
Mudhen 4 radio check.
You're good.
Okay. So in this game, in BMS, what I like is that I shoot my missiles. The shot employment is long range. So for that, to achieve that, we have to have the altitude, which we are on Angels 3-0, but also the speed. So if we have contacts, the first call probably is from me, gate, go. So we will throw in the afterburner just to gain some more speed. We target the contacts, we ID the contacts, we have no mode 4, and we should have an AWACS declare. Probably AWACS is going out as well, or is not there.
142 IVC check.
Then we should, according to the rules of engagement, we should rely on our, capture to ID the target. But that might be a problem, a long range outside 25 nautical miles. So my additional call is when we are spiked by MiG-27 on our nose, which we are engaging, that is good enough with a lack of mode 4 to shoot the target. So we are in gate. We climb a little bit. We make sure that the ASAC queue of the missile will be inside the circle, and then we shoot basically just close to max range, and then we crank. We will bring the targets to the edge of the scope, and we wait till the thing is going active, pitbull, and then we turn away and wait for the countdown. If we are turning away, number 3 will probably turn hot and will take the leftovers after we called timeout and nothing happens, or they dragged away. Is that what I'm trying to say? Is that a bit clear for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. If number 2, your position, I like a little bit of a trail, so I want you basically in a cone of 5 nautical miles around number 1. You can be in line abreast, that is perfect, but you can also be 5 nautical miles in trail, just to have some shot depth and some other time. But if you are, if we have a big threat, a package coming towards it, the tactics which they use is basically a 4-ship, and then they bracket into 2 ships. And then we have to talk about the sorting. How do we sort those 4 ships? And basically, when we split it in tech lead and tech wing, tech lead, tech wing, the first priority is side. The second priority is the lead. The tech lead will take the leader, and the tech wing, Moody, you will take the trailer for sorting. And when we have a high fast flyer, the lead will take the high fast flyer, and the tech wing, Moody, you will take the lower guy. That is the standard sorting options. Are there questions about?
Nope, that makes sense.
Makes sense, eh? Okay, so we have that 4-ship split up in beaming. So suppose I'm on the left side, you are on the right side, Moody. I will just have the 2-ship in twist mode locked up, and I just shoot one. Team is right for the second bug target, and I shoot the other one, and then I bring them to my side, to the left, so to the right hand side of my radar scope, and for the crank, and you will do basically the opposite, crank the other way around.
Okay. I thought you wanted me on the left side.
No, that is for sorting. If you have, we fly in a formation. I'm on the left side, you are on the right side. Doesn't matter. I don't care where you are, but you should be in formation. And from there on, if we have a contact, it is side, lead trail, or high, low. Okay?
Okay.
Right. I think so. Basically, shoot close to max range, and I with after a good ID first, of course, crank, bring it to the edge of the scope, wait till active, then turn around, and we adhere to a MAR of 23. Depending on threat, but if we have 2 MiG-29s or Su-27s, I think we are close to 23 nautical miles as a minimum abort range. And then you abort. And then number 3 is pushing hot, just to kill the remaining leftovers, or is targeting the second wave. So basically, it is we try to set up a grinder and maintain that grinder. 2 ship on hot leg, 1 ship on the cold leg, or vice versa. Are there any questions?
No, it becomes good.
No? Okay, the what ifs. If we end up with a 2-ship, then we will do a counter-rotating cap, and then not 20 miles, but 15 miles. Okay? So we have basically as a singleton on a hot leg, singleton on a cold leg, but then 15 nautical miles cap. Yeah? Left-hand turns Everything else is the same. When we have too much threats and we have to retrograde, we will retrograde basically, a couple of miles, maybe 20 miles towards the west. We have to inform the other guys, and then we try to regain our cap position again and try to, kill the Vector bandits. That's it. Are we happy?
Yep.
Oh.
And we're not responsible for any pop-ups at the airfields, right? We're just responsible for stuff coming in from the north or the west.
Affirmative. That is my target. Our task is to get the aircraft from Sombor killed. Yeah, if they are airborne, then they are a factor for the flight, for the whole package, and we will attack those. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's go back then to the. What is it? We are the first now, eh?
That's why we
Part of the fun. All right. I think we're good to proceed here. Let's see. All right. So everyone should be back by now. So for the event that's about to unfold, I know Flop loves this. Please mute, but do not deafen Discord during the flight. Use Shift T to chat in game if you have technical issues. If you have an issue, close BMS and IBC. Get your issues sorted out. Use instant action to check your flight controls, then relaunch BMS and reconnect. Every time you enter 3D, you must restart BMS. After you land and exit BMS, or if you get knocked out, jump down to the debrief channel to chat with others. You can recon a target in 2D to preload your cache and speed up your loaded time. Double-click your flight in the frag order on the left side of the screen. Double-click your slot that you're in below that. On the right side of the screen, click the data cartridge symbol, click comms, click comm plan, click IFF, click IFF plan, and then click save. We're going to be committing as taxi. Everyone can go ahead and take off as taxi right now.
Good afternoon, Mud Hen 4. You are number 4 for departure. Taxi, Echo, Alpha, and then hold short, runway 30.
Three's up.
Two's up.
Three set.
The one still loading in.
Mudhen 4-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 6595.
MAKO, check Victor.
Make a 2 chicken in.
3.
Loud and clear. Push uniform 2. MAKO, check. Ground MAKO, taxi.
Good afternoon, MAKO 3. You are number 2 for departure. Taxi, Mike, Echo, Alpha, and then hold short. Runway 30.
Okay, taxi, holding short, please signal. 1, taxi.
Do you have enough room to get out too?
Two taxing.
MAKO, fencing.
Two cents, top 10.
3's in 11-9.
One cent in 11-6.
MAKO 3-1, contact tower for takeoff.
MAKO, check. Down, MAKO, ready for departure.
MAKO 3, wing 0.
Descent.
Three is set.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
It's too late, we was airborne. Okay, stepping up. Three, two, one, go. Go.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile. ID is Su 35.
Echo push 6.
Weasel 71, Fox 3, 226063, Angels 19.
Weasel 74, Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile. ID as Sioux 35.
Magic, boogie dope.
Weasel 7, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 22764, 15,000. Beaming, hostile, contact ID as Sioux 35, Singleton. Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 22764, 15,000. Beaming, hostile, contact ID as Sioux 35, Singleton.
Echo inbound Steel 3.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
AWACS, MAKO X-ray.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
We still have 4. Do you want me to send him home?
Growler, Weasel 7, status Forte.
Four, in position.
So can you send 4 back RTB?
4 RTB.
Four, let's go home.
Growler, Weasel 7.
Weasel 7, Sentry 7, I don't have anything.
MAKO music on. Are you guys on Uniform 6? Yep.
3 music on affirm.
Copy. You guys have a Steel Point 5.
Weasel 7, Rolex plus 5.
I'm a 4 mile trail, catching him.
Hawkeye, Rolex plus 5. MAKO, Rolex, 5 minutes.
Mudhen 4, Weasel 7, Rolex +5. Mudhead 4, Weasel 7, radio check.
Got potential bandits, bullseye 277 for 80.
Weasel 7, Sentry 7. I don't have anything.
Say again, 2.
Potential bandits 278 for 78. 40 miles.
It's probably low, I don't have it.
15,000.
And I'll get you a altitude.
15,000 feet.
They're at Angels 15.
Affirm.
They're headed west.
Okay. There's a target. Shoot it.
Again left.
Shoot it. I don't have it on the radar, outside my radar pattern.
Looks like a 3 ship.
Mudhead 4, Weasel 7 on guard, come up, uniform 6.
One is in the right hand turn.
They're too far for visual ID.
Chalice declare.
Copy, you can shoot PVR.
Mako 3-3, Sentry 7. Contact is friendly.
It's friendly out there. Mode 4 positive.
Weasel, go for Mudhen 4. Mudhead 4-3, Mudhead 4-3, Weasel 7, come up, uniform 6. Mudhead 4-4 taking over due to comms issues. What's up?
Pressing them. I'm gonna fire soon.
Weasel for Mudhen. Weasel 7, Rolex +5. Mudhen 4 copies, Rolex +5.
Mako 3, Fox 3, 273 for 85.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7. Contact confirmed hostile.
Growler, Mudhen, status forte, or Weasel 7, status forte. Okay, Weasel 7, forte.
Two pitfall turning that
Mudhen
hold.
4, copies, forte.
Yeah, contact bullseye 26588. It's probably a transport.
Choose return.
Mudhead 4-4, Fox 3 long, 210045, Angels 23.
Hey, those targets are not sparking, it's the 810s.
Magic, boogie dope.
Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7. Nearest threat. Bullseye 175 224 17,000. Hostile. Contact ID is 235. 2 ship.
One's at a bullseye. 3000.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly. Jackal 5, Sentry 7, be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 0552420. Mudhen, Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile. Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly. Weasel 7-3, Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile. Jackal 5, Sentry 7, be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 0. Weasel Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile. Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile. Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contact confirmed hostile.
Can you give me a heading to 1025? 2. I don't have a 1025. I guess it's heading 020.
Yeah, waypoint 5 seems to be broken.
Hey, Dirt 31 East, it's probably off of the target airfields. I guess it's nails.
One is climbing Angel 30.
Mudhead north.
Yeah, same. Okay, confirm. Good heading is 020.
27020.
Okay, hot like it's 020.
Weasel 7, Sentry 7, I don't have anything.
Weasel Hawkeye status MiG-31.
Package. Oh, hold fire. Mudhen Bullseye is at 188 for 36. We've just had a blue on blue fire. Repeat, Mudhen 4 is at 190 for 36.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
Hawkeye 3, Weasel 7.
Weasel 7, go ahead.
Weasel 7, are you able to attack the SA-10?
Engage defensive AAA right now. We're pushing right now.
Roger. We're in from the southeast, engaging with the arm.
1 and 2, joining call.
Who's coming in hot?
Weasel 7 boarding attack.
Looks like a transport down there, maybe.
What's that, you three?
Mudhen, so disregard. Weasel 7 defending Singer 10.
Fuck.
Weasel 7, Magnum 10 Golf 050. Hawkeye 3, Weasel, do you have harms?
Weasel Hawkeye negative.
Hey, Rex, MAKO, request picture.
MAKO 3-1, Sentry 7, picture is one group. Bullseye 223 91 1000. Track northeast. Bogey.
One turning hub.
3's up.
Hawkeye 3-2, Sentry 7, picture is two groups. Range and azimuth split.
Hawkeye, IP inbound.
Northeast. Bullseye 12037 14,000. Track southwest. Hostile. Southwest. Group Bullseye 22290 1000. Track northeast. Bogey. Mudhen 4, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 13036 18,000. Hostile. Contact ID'd as Su-35 2-ship.
Rifle flap lid, Adam. Weasel 7 engaging 133 for 38, 21,000, strength 2, Su-27.
Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed.
Hawkeye
Hostile.
is Splash SA-10 at Adam at time.
Box 3, 139% defending.
contact confirmed hostile.
All quad on the western front.
One is technical.
2.
3.
Weasel 7-4, Sentry 7, contact is friendly. Weasel 7-4, Sentry 7, contact is friendly. Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed hostile. Weasel 7-4, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed hostile. Weasel 7, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 13025, 14,000. Hostile, contact ID'd as Su-35, 2-ship. Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 14529, 14,000. Hostile, contact ID'd as Su-35, Singleton. Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7, I don't have anything.
Mud 5.
Mudhead 4, Weasel 7, stay in your lane. You're attacking bandits over the target.
Fuel check 1 is 8 signal.
Second left.
3 has dirt 6 west far.
2 is 078.
And 3 is at 8.3.
Hawkeye 3 in SA-17 Baker. Mudhead 4, Weasel 7. Mudhead 4-3, Weasel 7.
Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7, I don't have anything.
3's coming out.
One setting hot.
Weasel, Mudhead 4, Weasel 7.
Mudhen 4-1, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed hostile.
Mayday, mayday.
Hawkeye, Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed hostile. Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed hostile.
Weasel 7 engaging 102 for 27, 8,000. Package be advised, scramblers from Glacier. 3 ship.
Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7, I don't have anything.
Fox 3, 102 for 25, 8,000.
advised group is 4 ship 09228, Angels 12.
Yeah, we're engaging them. Clear comm.
Copy.
Mudhead 4, Weasel 7.
MAKO 3-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
Mud 17.
Steve, was that the one on your right?
Mud 17, Baker.
Jackal 5, Sentry 7, be advised, enemy aircraft launch activity detected. Bullseye 22397.
Three's coming in.
Yeah, one is turning call.
Hawkeye 3, status attack on the 17.
Mudhen 4, Sentry 7, I don't have anything.
10.
Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
Hawkeye 3, Weasel 7, say status.
Hawkeye 3 is engaged defensive SA-17s. We got most of the tellers, but one is still up.
Understood. We're attacking from IP3.
Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly. Weasel 7, Sentry 7, I don't have anything. Mudhen 4-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
Package Mudhen is Castle. Correction, Mudhen 4 is egress almost Winchester.
Mud 10.
Concerning hub.
Okay, Weasel 7 in from the southeast on the Baker 17. Weasel 7, 2 away.
One more taking AAA.
Yeah, same. Moving Zero to Zero heading now.
Mod 17 Baker.
Package, Mud 10-4 is RTB, Mud 10-4 is RTB, 3 ships only.
Magic to clear.
Hawkeye 3-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
MAKO
Hawkeye 3-3, Mod 10, defensive.
When the tanks are empty, drop it.
Prowler 2, slap shot SA-10 northwest. Direction north.
Okay, Weasel 7, Miller time, Miller time.
Hawkeye Miller time.
Watch the 10, fellas.
MAKO, Miller time. MAKO, let's stay around in the SCAP area to protect the egressing flights.
Mud AAA right to Uoaf.
Copy. One is turning cold.
Weasel 7, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 30198 21,000. Dragon, hostile, contact ID'd as Su-27's, 2 ship.
30198 is our airbase summer.
That again.
MAKO 3-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
Hawkeye, Mako 3-3, your egress looks clean.
Fallback 7 miles.
Three.
One and 2 left, 2.5. 2. Okay, roll up heading 080.
Apostle Bandit, holds like 259 for 27. Angels 15.
No joy.
Looks like an F-16, but we get no return.
Same. AWACS Mako, declare.
Weasel 7, understand piano.
MAKO 3-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
Please, status.
Hawkeye 3-1 on guard. I lost my engine trying to relight.
Chalice, declare.
MAKO 3-3, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
That's probably the Growler, is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
MAKO 3-2, Sentry 7, contact is a bogey.
Oh, but the bogey. Huh?
AWACS, declare.
Yeah, they got the Growler.
MAKO 3-1, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
And we're getting much replay.
Magic, bogey 2.
Hawkeye 3, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 0901921,000. Hostile, contact ID'd as Su-27's, 2 ship.
Where was it?
Where was the Growler?
The 27th, I missed that bullseye call.
Oh, I missed it.
Okay. One is back inbound steer 4.
MAKO 3, Sentry 7, nearest threat. Bullseye 065 9 21,000. Hostile. Contact ID'd as Su-27s. 2 ship.
Hawkeye 3-1, you get a relay?
Mudhen 4-2, 16 miles east, Angels 3-6 for unrestricted landing. Runway 30. Mudhen 4-2 is base, runway 30.
AWACS declare.
MAKO 3-1, Sentry 7, contacts confirmed hostile.
Mudhen 4-3, base, runway 30 on guard.
Chalice declare.
MAKO 3-2, Sentry 7, contact is friendly.
MAKO engaging bullseye 324, 12, 21,000. Hostile.
Engage at Angel 21.
Okay, double Fox 3, bullseye 32014, hostile, 21,000.
Who's tally supporting?
Okay, spike by 27.
Package Hawkeye 3.
Got a jammer on at bullseye. Angels 20.
One is out. One is inbound steer 4.
Mudhen is in left hand or over the air base. 13,000 feet. Left hand bend, left hand turn.
Spike 27.
Three, that was a trailing crew.
3's in support.
6.
Okay, guys, let's go out.
Chalice declare.
MAKO 3, Sentry
Mudhen
7,
4-2.
I don't have anything.
Mudhen 4-3, left hand turn. Chilling
Chalice
the final.
declare.
6 mile route.
Chalice declare.
confirmed hostile.
Mike 27. You got him, 3?
Warning, warning.
All right. On that note, we're going to start debriefs. So thanks everyone. We're going to do verbal debriefs, 3 to 4 minutes per flight. Just go over the high level beats of what happened in the mission, what went well, and what we can do better for next time. And then we'll go over the ACMI afterwards. So we'll start with the first flight in the order, which would be Hawkeye 3.
Yep. Sorry. Let's see. So we pretty much stuck to the plan as fragged. We are going to fly element cover well. So we had, sorry, let me go back. Flight leads were armed, or element leads were armed with AGM 65s, and we had wingmen with cluster bombs. We didn't go with harms, reasoning that if we really needed to use harms, that this was like an unassailable target because there's so many defenses. So we were relying on the jamming. We were gonna go in when Forte was called. We were gonna go in with element in a 5 to 10 mile trail covering us while we took out the flap lid, and then. Once the flap lid was down, we were going to proceed to attack from the southern IP against the SA-17s at Baker and the AAA if we had if we were unable to ingress to kill the SA-17s. We got engaged by AAA after Forte was called. That was unmarked and unplanned along our route of flight, and that cost us a lot of time. Trying to avoid that. We made it through. Number 2 found the flap lid right away, handed it off. I think I engaged it, although it says that I didn't fire it in the debrief, so that'll be interesting to see what happens.
See what the tag says.
And then 2 called splash on that, so then we switched to the SA-17s with a second element attacking those while we covered. And then 4 was ingressing at high altitude and got hit and shot down by AAA. So then I cleared 2 onto the AAA, while 3 attacked at low altitude, apparently against the SA-17s. Killed the majority of the Telars. And then I made multiple attempts to attack, but couldn't get a contrast lock with the Mavericks, even at 5 miles. On the Telars, it just kept locking the ramp instead. So I broke off multiple times, engaged by SA-15s. Eventually, Weasel killed the rest of the radars, and I think number 2 killed the. Well, I'm not sure. Someone killed the other Telars. In the SA-17, so that must have been from Weasel. We broke off and then saw some AAA on our way out that engaged us on the way in. I got hit by AAA and all of that, but I was still functional. I tried to get my last Mavericks off on the AAA and got hit again on the way out and lost my engine, and I think everyone else made it out. What went well? I thought despite the very chaotic environment, comms were good. It was pretty clear. Everyone stuck to the plan. I could have done better maintaining airspeed and just making it easier on the rest of the flight, but they did a really good job. Excellent rejoin skills. Excellent awareness and defense. We got, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. We got Singer 10 multiple times, but I believe it was from a threat further out to the north, a yet unidentified SA-10. It was not the one at Adams. So excellent identification and awareness of that.
Can I pause there? Actual Singer or just the Mud 10?
10 on the inner ring.
Okay, so that's Mud 10, right? You don't have
That's
the confirmed.
Singer 10.
No,
well,
if you have yeah. So we had a
in my mind,
10 with a
that's Singer
diamond.
10.
That's a Singer 10 if it has a diamond on it.
Diamond doesn't matter.
Yeah, the diamond doesn't matter. Singer is just, hey, you've got a missile, right?
Well,
You can
Singer
kind of
means you've got
assume-
it's locked. It's launched. You've got a warning that it's launched on you, and I think you have to assume that if it's in the inner ring, it's launched. So we kept getting that, and that kept driving us off. So it could be that it's the close one, and it just was locking us, but not launching because of the jamming. I'm not sure. I thought we had killed it, but maybe not. Yeah. So, but I thought anyway. As far as what went well, excellent awareness of that and respecting those threats. We didn't lose anyone to any of those high threat SAMs, which I thought was was really good. As far as what could have gone better, I should have probably just called us to knock it off and avoid the AAA on those. The southern egress route was going to be safer. So I got killed because I didn't do that. I think I maybe should have also aborted our ingress and come into the south as well. Once we saw multiple unmarked AAA battalions on our RWR. So that's a point to me. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Cool. All right, Weasel 7. Our game plan was to attack the SA-17, the two SA-17s and the AAA on the east side of the city. We had moved our IP southeast into an open field, and we had also adjusted our flight plan to adjust for an SA-3 that was not in the briefing but was identified. So we were going to come in south from the SA-17s, attack over like a wilderness area, do element attacks on those sites targeting the AAA first. That was our plan. And we were going to hang out outside the SA-10 Wes until Forte was called and then push in. So when we got airborne, as we were on the deck, we had Nails 27. And we did a scramble, which burned some fuel. We egressed out 300, full burn, got some separation, ingress back in. As we were ingressing in to engage that bandit, we noticed that like a friendly bar cap had splashed them. So we then actually were on carrot somehow, flew to steer, did our bore sighting and all that jazz, and flowed towards the target area. We heard from the Growler that they were 5 minutes behind, so we roll X+5, which I got an acknowledgement from everyone except Mudhen, who I had like repeated issues trying to talk to the entire mission, which is a debrief point I want to talk about. But everyone else responded really quickly. It was like, cool, roll X+5. We hung out at the ring, and then just on schedule, the Growler was like, hey, Forte. So then we pushed in. After that point, we were in a continuous grinder for like most of the mission. I think we engaged like every group that was in hot from Glacier. At least I think we did. There was like I think we killed at least 10 bandits, maybe 12. I'm not sure. And we just kept fighting our way towards IP3. We finally got to IP3, and we also engaged a pair of MiG-31s that came out of whatever it's called, Baker. Yes, we got to IP3, and at that point we had a Mud 17, we had a Singer 17. Someone called Singer 17 on strike, or maybe it was Mud 17. I don't know, but
I called Singer, but it was I was mistaken. It was actually a 15, I believe. Now that I go back and look at the footage,
well,
I called it wrong.
Regardless, doesn't matter. In the moment, we thought you guys were being shot at, so we immediately swung to attack that battalion. I quickly got capture. I tried to do a sort, which was pretty chaotic, and we engaged them, and we destroyed the entire battalion, I think. So I fired 2 Mavs, I think 2 fired a Mav and 3 fired a couple Mavs, and we killed the battalion. I don't think there was anything left after our attack. And we were able to do that attack within like 3 minutes. We all were like Joker at that point, and we were about to be bingo. Killed that site, and then egressed. Egress out was uneventful. We were all bingo. 2 had very critical fuel. He had like, I don't know, like 500 pounds at home or something like that. 4 was also critical fuel, and me and 3 were bingo. So I was actually really surprised that my fuel wasn't the lowest, but I actually defended a Singer 10 and I defended 2 Singer 15s. So I was really surprised. Early. Okay, yeah, that's right. He jettisoned early because of that one of those initial engagements. So anyway, we RTB'd, all declared emergency landings. I think except 3 who actually did a standard landing. And then that was it. So we didn't lose anyone. We didn't take any battle damage. We killed, the SA-17 site, and I think
I did not get any Mavericks off on that 17. The 10 logged
okay,
up.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure we killed the site though. Like, so we'll see in the ACMI. Okay, points for debrief. What went well? Number 2, really good sorting skills. Really good weapons employment skills by number 2. 3, I would say, good element leading. Like you were trying to control 4 pretty well. You did a decent job there. Number 4, I think you were all around had decent weapons employment sorting. Your formation flying was super good. That was like probably your biggest strength, and biggest sustain thing. I know you were like criticizing yourself about the harm usage, but I wouldn't beat yourself up too much over that. It was pretty chaotic, so I think you did okay. Okay, for debrief points for critique, 2, like try to stay closer. Like you were stripped out repeatedly, like 5 to 10 miles. So like in a case where like we're engaging a pair of 2 and your bandit starts dragging, and I fox and your bandit continues to drag, you should be cranking off and rejoining. Don't chase down the bandit. That's why we have the element. The element's there to continue the engagement. So there's a few cases where that happens. So that's my debrief point for you. For 3, I don't really have anything for you. I would say like 1, this is real nitpicky stuff, but like when we were sorting the attack on that Mud 17, I don't think you had capture, but like you waited a while to say that, which is part of that's my fault probably, but definitely be like, what's our plan? What are you talking about? Like just try to lead what are we referencing? I called out, hey, lock up the 17 by Baker. We're going to be attacking that. The Telars are in the middle of the airbase by the ramp.
I missed that second part then.
Okay, that's fine. But it was super chaotic, and that was like, again, nitpicky as fuck. 4, again, also nitpicky. Like, just try to like practice your harm mode skills. Like, we needed that harm fired at the SA-5 and the SA-10 quicker and more accurately. And 2 had already fired on the pop-up 3, so 2 couldn't help us. Again, nitpicky. I think you did a decent job. So just try to practice with your has and your pause, or has and pause.
No worries.
Okay. Other last debrief point I'm gonna make is as a package is like, I thought the package went super good. I think everything overall was really good. The major debrief point I had is like, I had no idea what Mudhead was doing the entire flight. We repeatedly tried to contact Mudhead and we had no response. I even had to switch on to guard and jam up the strike comm by saying I had to like repeat your call sign like 3 or 4 times. I don't know what was happening there. But from our point of view, we were our own cap. Like we were engaging every group coming in from Glacier. I had no idea what you guys were doing. So that's a debrief point. And I think like, check me on that 3. Like, is my analysis of that feel right to you? Star Fury?
Yeah. Sorry, I was muted. I mean, agree with everything you said. The comms were really weird. There was some really weird uniform. Like I was hearing you on uniform and then silence, right? We didn't hear back from, a lot of these other flights. It was kind of scratching my head.
I think the other flights did a really good job. I liked who was the other cap? That was that Streak? Mako 3. Yeah, I think you did a really good. Yeah, I think Mako, you did like picture perfect job of calling out Fox calls. Pivot, like you did a perfect job. Like you're a gold standard in my opinion. And then like me and Abe were sort of helmet fire, but we did decent. And Mudhen, I had no idea what was going on at all. So yeah, those are my debrief points. I'm gonna pass it to Mako 3.
Okay, plan was just to set up a counter-rotating cap, 20 nautical miles, left-hand turns, hot leg at Angels 30, and we talked about the sorting and engagement and the weapons employment. What I saw in this game, at least BMS, you can employ your AIM-20s pretty long range if you have the speed and the altitude. So we hammered that as well. Select the gate soon enough, and if possible, loft the MRAM close to max range. And that was our cunning plan. However, there was no threat in the west. So we did our cap, and we heard what was going on the other side. At one point, I called the package lead, you Kraus, but you were low level. You didn't hear me because I heard that Mudhen had some losses to suffer, and I said, okay, maybe we can move then to the other side and help out. But I left it there and just stayed on our own cap. We had some issues with the ID. There were F-16s flying around with no mode 4 squawk, even so A-10s. And I think the Crawler, our mission, had no mode 4 squawk. So we had to ID that with AWACS. And luckily AWACS was up and could reply with a friendly, because that was really difficult. Because we had one engagement, or one small engagement, not in our cap area, but ingressing to our cap area, and that happened to be A-10s. And it was really weird and difficult to analyze. I think number 2, who did a good job, but he shot a missile there because I said it, because there was no A4 or mode 4. And luckily it was only a damage. So we were saved by the bell there.
So question for you. What was our air-to-air ROE? Or our rules of engagement?
It was declaration by AWACS and no mode 4. And one of 2 had the declaration or the capture. But the capture was very difficult.
I see. So it was like a messed up capture where he thought it was abandoned, but it wasn't.
At the time, it was not in my search pattern. Number 2, Moody, can you say something about that? What did you see on your targeting pod?
We couldn't get visual ID.
Okay.
Returning like no mode 4.
Yeah.
Behaving like a man. So I probably should have pressed the visual ID, but I didn't. I took a shot. I shouldn't have. So.
Yeah, but that was also that was my call to shoot it. So I went off to gain some distance and then look back at those A-10s, and then after a while I saw that it were A-10s on my targeting pod. So we proceeded pretty quickly then to our cap area. So in the west, there was no threat coming from Sombor Air Base, and we just heard what was going on with the rest of the package. Then we heard the Miller time call, and we just stayed behind because we had all our missiles still there, and we were probably the last one out. And we got one engagement of 2 times Su-27s. And we engaged those that front group of 2, and there was also a trail group. And there was 1 kill in that front group and one damage, and we turned back on so that number 3 could enter the fight. And unfortunately, he was killed by Chucks, and we have to see what happened there in the ACMI. Exactly.
He was killed by what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
10 Charlies.
Okay.
Okay, what is good? I think the comms went pretty well. The formation was as briefed, and the cap discipline was awesome. So I thank my number 2 and 3 for that. Other, we lost number 3. It was killed. I thought he was killed by SA6, but on the debrief of the system, it is probably the 10 Charlie. We had that shot on a friendly, the A10. That is also not good. And in my own personal thing was that I didn't select the attack and properly. Probably I was too eager, so you punch twice and then you are back to X instead of Yankee. And my twist shot was not that great. Excuse me. That's it. That's it.
Sweet. The next flight is Mudhen 4.
Yeah, so good things were on my flight. Communication was excellent within our flight, even though I was not on IVC, which I'm working on right now to try and fix. We splashed a couple birds. We got vectored out to Su-35s right away, just like another flight mentioned, but by the time we got on station, they were dead. So we proceeded back to our steer points. This is the second week in a row that our steer points as fragged got jumbled up in the game. I'm not sure why it's happening.
Sounds like there was one target steer point that got shoved into the mix.
Well,
yeah, I'd also
it's
will.
really fucking hard to
navigate. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
So it was tough to set up our grinder. What we ended up doing is just making a clockwise orbit around steer point 4. We splashed a couple MiG-31s, a couple 35s, and then as we were disengaging, an AIM-120 came from, I think it was Styles. Styles shot into my flight, so we had to go defensive pretty hard. And that started a sequence of events where I got tumbleweeded, and I ended up going way too deep into the area. Like I could have parked my jet out front of the mayor of Belgrade's house. I had to dodge a bunch of SAMs, or at least they were painting me. And then eventually, I think a manpad got me. But the rest of my flight did really good delousing targets and splashing aircraft. And I'll work on the IVC issue.
Okay, that is the end of our debrief. For those.
Prowler?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry. I love you, bro. I love you. Sorry.
So I was going into it expecting an F-16 pit, but that was not the case. I ended up getting a Hornet pit with and trying to use a DED with 3 lines in each line, only having showing like 3 digits. That was fun. The first thing I did was switch to the uniform, and I heard someone, so I'm like, alright, I'm gonna check in. I heard no response, so I thought, well, maybe there's just no response. Then I heard Prowler, how far you are from Forte. I'm like, oh, I got 5 mics. And I hear no response. I'm like, okay, must have heard me. And then I hear it again. So I then diagnosed it. My issue to my microphone wasn't working at the time, which I fixed, but it's still, after restarting BMS and IVC, it still didn't work for some reason. So we'll have to sort that out maybe another time. So I come in, go on Forte, I fly around in circles. I then, I think, can't remember if it was before or after I froze, but one point I got a Su-20. It was after, yep. So I froze after I came, so I restarted, and unfortunately the jamming stopped, and it was my bad, guys. I'll connect to the global accelerator next time. Then
Oh, so the jamming did stop. Okay.
Wait, did it actually stop?
Did it? We were trying to figure that out because like we got painted, but we were trying to sure if it's a BMS jam.
I'm almost certain the jamming continued. Almost certain.
Oh, okay.
But
never mind then. So
we can
I
blame
just
you
flew
if you
around.
want. But...
Oh, anytime. You know, I'm the Uoaf scapegoat. So I heard that someone was, because as soon as I came back, I was almost certain that the jamming stopped because I heard someone calling Singer 10. So I get on my Has and Magnum on an SA10 and I call it in the chat. And then someone says, could you please Magnum on an SA17? So I'm like, sure. So I Magnum on an SA17. I'm not sure if they had or not, but I Magnum on an SA10 and SA17, so that was cool. And so after that, I saw I had a Su-27 nails. So I'm like, let me just go on my ear-to-ear mode and check him out. Turns out he was I get a contact, I lock him up, no mode 4, and I'm in RNE. So what do? I asked for a declare, but for some reason my declare did not work on your guys' uniform 6, so I had to go to my own uniform 6, declare, and then go back to the other uniform 6. So it was hostile, so Fox 3, and then I did this pretty sick as split S out because he launched on me. I think it might have even been Pitbull off the rails, but yeah. Then I just flew around for a bit more. I didn't hear the Miller time calls because I was going around trying to find some more bandits. Switching from my uniform 6 back to 125.850. And I obviously missed Miller time call, and then all of a sudden I saw a 4-ship of flankers, and then all of a sudden there were no friendlies around me. So I'm like, okay, it's time to go home.
At 30,000
Yeah,
feet.
it was pretty funny. It was like all these flankers coming, and I'm like, oh, there's the friendlies at 40 miles away. So I just turn around and hit the blowers.
Fly right by.
Yep.
Nice.
Sweet. Any other debrief points?
Oh yeah, I had trouble finding the runway, but I found it in the end, so it's alright.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, guys. That's the debrief. We're gonna look at the ACMI now. For those that don't have the time, thanks for attending. Please sign up for the next event. For those that want to watch the ACMI, go to Saturday BMS events channel. There is a ACMI there that Razgriz has posted, plus a Twitch stream. Cool. And I'm also going to stream on Discord here, because I'm nice like that.
Go with that.
Krause, you're in charge since you had the first set.
I have the con.
So you have the con.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that I don't... I have a thing where I just spin the camera around constantly. It's hard for me to stop myself.
Oh, if you're going to make me puke, I'll let you know.
If I start doing that, yeah, just let me know. Okay, so...